What's up guys, welcome back. Welcome to update 1.49 in Gran Turismo 7, and this update it pretty much broke all of the 800 pp tunes in Gran Turismo 7. So this 800 pp tune now has 838 pp and it's going to need a bit of work to get it going. But don't worry guys, I've got you covered because we've got this tune on the video right now. It is the Genesis X Gran Racer VGT concept car. This is the VGT Racer version of the car we've had in a previous update, and it looks absolutely fantastic. And we're going to be using 800 pp to go with World Touring Car 800 at Sardegna Road Track. So head over to Europe, head down to Sardegna Road Track, across to Sardegna World Touring Car 800. Now, as always guys, I'm going to give you the full tune breakdown at the end of this video, but for now I'm going to run you through the strategy and give you a few thoughts on the new physics that we have for this update in Gran Turismo 7. The first thing to do, put it on fuel map number 3 for the first stint of this race. So this car has hybrid and it is absolutely rapid in the mid-range, and we can brake reasonably late all the way down to second gear, just get the car stopped. It can be quite wild on corner exits, so feel free to use them. Traction control, maybe I recommend setting to traction control. Setting 2 should be pretty safe. But this car, it also sounds really good as well. I'm super excited by the way this car sounds. Trying to get the car to the inside. I think the new physics for me, I've not tried them fully in depth, but I feel like the car is slightly easier to catch on a slide. But with the new PP calculations, I think we're going to be just genuinely slower for these World Touring Car 800 grinds. I don't think we're going to be seeing sub 23 minute races anymore. I think the 23 to 24 minute races are going to start to become the normal. So we can brake just after the 150 board, I think, flowing through these corners here. I think it's going to make the race more interesting. So we are going to do it as a one-stop race, stopping at the end of lap number 8 and then running to the end of the race. Now I'm going to use the hybrid of this car, 100 into the final braking zone, second gear. The gears, actually quite a lot of gears on this car, and we can really go up through the gears, up to 8th gear this car has, so it is rapid. We need to probably just screw a bit of power onto the main straight. It's quite an understeery setup, but that allows us to get or keep the power in the car. 6th gear is probably short shift. Looking at the fuel map, we are good for fuel. So just as the curb starts on the brakes, open the entry as much as we can, sweeping through in second gear, short shift to third gear, and then just flat out through here. So the car is really, really good, guys. It sounds incredible as well. Of the updates so far, I think this is probably the standout car for me. Let me know in the comments, guys, which is your favourite car in the updates so far. I'm interested to hear your thoughts. So we've only just started lap number 3 and we're already up to the back of Portillo, which is still pretty good going, I think, so far. We opened with a 1 minute 34 of the normal lap times, and that's not too bad at all. So we're in the lead of the race already. We're pitting much less than every other driver in this race. It's only a one-stop strategy for us on the racing hard tyres, so we've pretty much got the race won. It's just a case of delivering those good lap times to finish this race as quickly as we can. Speaking of fast laps, let's run you through a lap of Sardegna World Touring Car 800 in this car here. So braking at the start of the curb, maximising corner entry width, short shift to third gear on corner exit. Can be a little bit snappy on the gas there. Portillo's pitted as he always does at the end of lap number 4. 50 board is what we're looking for here. Braking downshift to third gear, kissing the apex down to second gear on the right hander. Third gear, short shift on corner exit. Now looking for the 50 board. Again, that's where we're going to get on the brakes all the way down to third gear, looking for the late apex. Maximise corner exit to get the top speed down this back straight here. Between the 150 and 100 board is where we're going to be braking into the big braking zone here. So just after the 150, all the way down to second gear, looking to brush the apex, rolling onto the throttle very smoothly. If you've got TC on, that's going to help you a lot. You can sweep through here pretty quickly on this fast right-hander. We're just going to blend off the throttle and then down 2 gears for the left-hander. Trickiest corner on the track, that is, in my opinion. At the 100 is where we're going to brake into the final hairpin. We're a little bit deep there, but we're just going to get it to the apex just about. Corner exit in second gear, bit of caution for wheel spin, and then onto the main straight. We're going to blend off the throttle just to keep the car in. It's quite understeery setup at speed, but that's what allows us to keep the power in the vehicle, and that's going to get us a 1 minute 33.9. I reckon I can get into the 1 minute 32s. I have done in previous races. Coming towards the end of lap number 8, this is going to be our pit lap. We're going to run almost to the limit on fuel, but it's all good on fuel map 3. I'm going to throw it into the pits, and we're going to put on a brand new set of the racing hard tyres. We're going to fill the car to the maximum, and then because the last stint is only a 7-lap stint, we're going to use fuel map number 2, which will make the car a little bit more powerful and get us a bit faster lap times to close out this race. Guys, while we're in the pits, if you do want anything from GT Omega, then check out the links in the description below. CD5 is a discount code that will get you 5% off anything from GT Omega. Make sure you go and check out the links in the description below. There will be a bunch of other cool links to go and check out in the description. Best thing to do, keep to the right on pit exit, because the AI can run into you if there are any coming. Drop the fuel mixture to fuel mixture 2, and then we're going to finish this race off in fuel mixture 2. The car will be a little bit more powerful, so just be aware of that, and you can probably get a few faster lap times in the second half of the race. You'll have better tyres and a little bit more power. So about to complete the last lap of this race. I did have some spare fuel going to the last lap, so I put it on fuel mix 1 to finish this race and really pushed it to the line. Let's see what race time is going to be. We're going to finish in 1 minute 33, I think, and I think it was just shy of going sub 24 minutes. Let's see what the race time was. 24 minutes is still a very fast race time for update 1.49. A lot of the tunes you have tested before will be much slower in this update. You have to retune them, get them below 800 pp again, and they'll be much slower. And of course, we're going to get the full 727,500 credits in basically 24 minutes. So the clean race bonuses still pay out. I mean, it wasn't a particularly clean race. There were some bumps and some barges, so that is still valid. Here is what you're interested in, I'm sure, because this is the tuning sheet for the Genesis X Gran Racer VGT concept. Really rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? This is a fantastic car. It's the 800 pp tune. All the things in blue on screen are the things that are changed from the car that rolls off the showroom. So we do have the racing hard tyres. You do need to buy those for suspension settings. I left the body height completely the same. I've softened off the front a little bit just to get a bit more steering back in the car. Negative camber is reduced front and rear. Toe angle is 0 for the front. I've left the rear toe angle the same. I might experiment with that in the future, but I did try that. I will try that in the future. Initial torque for the front and rear diffs is 12. Acceleration sensitivity for front and rear diffs is 30 on the front, 20 on the rear, and the braking sensitivity is 5 front and rear to loosen the car off on corner entry and when you're coasting. I did install the fully customizable racing transmission, and it's set to 320 kilometers an hour top speed. I've reduced that down because we've got lower power. We can shorten the gear ratios to make them stay in the power band. I didn't do any manual adjustments, but here are the numbers if you need to copy them. The power restrictor I set to 71, so that's a huge reduction in power from the stock vehicle, but it's still 617 horsepower with a really good torque curve. I've got to say, short shifting this car may be beneficial, so I'll experiment with that in the future. Ballast positioning is 50 to the front, and we are using a lot of ballast, 193 kilograms of ballast. That is to really get the car to the 800 pp limit. I left the power adjustment the same. Rear downforce is maximum, front downforce is minimum. It's that standard glitch that doesn't seem to have been patched yet, guys, the aero balance glitch, where you can just get tons of power in the car by having an aerodynamically understeery car. You gain it back with the suspension settings. And then what else have we got installed? I've got the brake balance controller. That is set to 5 to the rear. Again, that is just to help the car on turning. I think the new physics is a little bit more sensitive to your braking input when you're turning the vehicle. So really practice your trail braking. That's going to really unlock some speed for you. And that's going to be it for the tuning settings. If you want to know more about LSD settings in Gran Turismo 7, it doesn't matter what update you're on, those settings will still be completely valid. That advice stays true no matter what. Check out the video on screen right now, head over there and we'll catch you in the next one.